Hey guys, as you know, my name is Nick, and today I have a very important question for you guys. What sport do you think is the most fun? Now, personally, I think the sport which is the most fun is basketball. Now, you may ask yourself, why basketball, Nick? There are so many sports you can choose from, but I have chosen basketball. The first reason why I've chosen basketball was because I'm tall. It seems very funny that I chose a sport just because I'm tall, but it's the only sport where my height was a good advantage. I was tall, I was quite coordinated because I had practiced karate before, so I thought, why not? I joined the basketball team when I was 13 years old, and I remember very clearly that I had issues talking to people. Basketball is a team game where you need to learn how to communicate with other people and how to efficiently tell them all the information. If you don't know how to do this, you will never be a good basketball player. And one good player does not make a team. So I, as an introvert at the time, met a lot of people who helped me develop communication skills. I learned how to listen to people, how to hear everything they are saying and understand every single word of their speech. After this, I also learned how to be a leader myself, because we didn't have a leader in our team, and it taught me that I had to step up and be the leader of my team. I'll be honest, we didn't win a lot of championships, we won one, but I was amazingly proud of it. And to this day, I think basketball is the best sport, and it is so much fun, especially when you're playing with friends. What about you guys? Which sport do you think is the most fun? Tell me about it.
Hello everyone, it's great to see you. I'm here today to tell you about my favorite sport. Can you guess what that is? Probably not. Well, if you know me at all, I am from a country called Canada. And Canada is very cold. We get lots of snow, and that is why I chose a winter sport. And am I really good at this winter sport? No, probably not. I think I'm pretty decent. It's a sport I've been doing for a long time. It started when my father gave me a gift certificate at Christmas time, and that is the first time I started snowboarding. So if it wasn't for my father, I probably would have never picked up snowboarding. It's a sport that I like because it's very beautiful. There's nothing quite like when you go to the top of a mountain and then you start to go down. Also, there's quite a bit of skill used. You need to carve and balance, and it's not an easy sport. It's quite difficult to get good at it. It's a sport that you can do with your friends, and it's not too expensive either. Once you buy yourself a nice pair of snowboard boots and a snowboard, and of course a helmet, you'll be fine. You can go snowboarding as much as you want. Snowboarding actually started from a man who tied two skis together as a toy for his little girl. He used these skis to help her so he can pull her and help balance her so she didn't get hurt. Little did he know he was going to make a sport that became super popular and is one of the most popular winter sports today in this world. So if it wasn't for this man just helping out his daughter, this sport would be non-existent. Snowboarding is a sport that I think is amazing because as much as you practice, it's not a sport where you have to worry about getting hurt or injured really bad because the snow is soft. Okay, so what can you tell me about your favorite sport?
Hello everyone, it's Jonathan here. Hope you're enjoying yourselves. I've been asked to talk to you about what sport I think is the most fun. This is a hard question for me to answer because I'm not a big fan of sports in general. In England, you have to love football. If you don't love football, you're not allowed to like it at all. And I never loved football. I kind of like it, but I've never loved it. So I'm not really allowed to like football. It's confusing, I know. But There is another sport that grabs my attention, that is rugby. It's much more physical than football. There's a lot more running and handling of the ball and contact with other players, but it's also a game that I feel is more tactical. I used to play a little bit of rugby, not a lot, not for a long time. Like I said, I'm not a particularly sporty person, but I did play for half a year. And in that time, I got to know a few friends and play a contact sport, which is something I don't think I'd be doing right now. I do have what some people call the rugby build because of my broad shoulders, but I'm happy teaching you instead. I do love watching rugby though, much more than watching any other sport. So that's why I think it's the most fun. What do you think is the most fun sport?
Hello students, how are you? I'm doing well and I hope that you are doing well too. Today I have an interesting topic to talk to you about. Specifically, the question of what sport is the most fun? For me, this is an interesting question because I like a lot of sports. I like to play sports and I like to watch sports. I really like football, I like rugby and I like squash, but I mostly love cricket. I think cricket is the most fun sport to play for a few reasons. So, in Russia, I don't think many people know about cricket, but it is a great game. It is kind of complicated, but kind of simple. To play cricket, one team throws a ball at a player from another team. The player from the other team needs to try and hit the ball with a wooden stick as far as he can, and then run along a field as quickly as he can. The best thing about cricket is that anybody can play it. It doesn't matter what size you are, how fit or fast you are, or how fast you can throw a ball. The other great thing about cricket is that it lasts for a long time. There are two types of cricket. The short game of cricket lasts about 7 hours, and the long type of cricket lasts for 5 days. So if, like me, you like to play cricket and watch cricket, you get to watch it for 7 hours, or for 5 days. Cricket comes from England, but now it is popular all around the world, particularly in Asia, countries like India, Pakistan, and Sri Lanka, as well as in English-speaking countries like Australia and New Zealand. When I was young, I used to play cricket every day, as much as I could. And on the Saturdays, I played for my school and for my region. Every 4 years, there is a Cricket World Cup. And in the last World Cup last year, New Zealand lost the final and finished second. So what about you? What sport do you think is the most fun to play?
Hi, it's Esther here. I think that the most fun sport for me was volleyball, but that was back then. I remember playing volleyball with my brothers and sisters. This was a sport that all of us liked very, very much. And my parents were always happy because this sport did not discriminate at all. Absolutely anybody could play the sport, whether you were short or tall. It was a fun, exciting, interesting game. We all loved it very, very much. I remember one particular morning in summer, we played it at the beach. We met a few friends. It was so great, the way we connected with each other. You didn't have to learn to have a lot of experience for you to actually know the sport. You just look and you learn. You can learn at that moment. Right now, I actually do not like sports. I don't know why. I guess I just got interested in other things, you know. I am not saying that I am unfit, but I do go to the gym just to keep fit and to work out, to exercise. Volleyball still remains a best sport if I could still go back, but, well, like I said, I just got interested in other things like reading and university life, student life, and yeah,